chosen ones. They were brainless with the trust that you awarded them with. Chosen ones, listen up. The trust you awarded them with, they took that and they tried to finish you. Smell the coffee and realize we were in this, um, and you provided trust. And they day by day prove to you in your face that they were reckless, right? They day by day proved to you in your face that they were reckless with any amount of trust that you offer to them. And this trust is not physical. It can be, but it's not. Trust ends up physical 9 times out of 10 if you put it in a proper perspective. But it begins with mental and codependency. You trusted them and they abused you. They were venomous, and they were extremely deleterious of your endearment. They knew you were an easy mark. They knew you had an openness. They played you worse than any ex or friends could. They had zero respect for you, and they'll never feel happy until what they did or do, uh, unless you are being used. Then they start to see that, hey, this person cut me off emotionally. This person cut the head off the snake. This person destroyed my ability to destroy him or her. That's when they even take a chance to see their treatment. Other than that, they are on autopilot. And not only they see it, the ones they hang with pick up on them too, and the evil stuff that they do. Just by you being calm, cool, and collected, things reveal themselves. Stop being upset and start adopting eyesight. Start viewing things. Start adopting the eyesight of your therapist. Take on their objectivity. It puts the narc in the cage they belong in. It puts them in place without you having to do a thing. I'm telling you, there's no greater revenge than them losing touch with the power that you give them. I'm I'm giving y'all the game right now. I ain't gonna lie. They lose all of their confidence when you take on your therapist's objectivity. And I talk to y'all about that all the time. It equals reading or watching a video and take on their views. And it could even be videos like this, taking on their views and then notice how much confidence the narc drops when you do that. The confidence evades them instantaneously. It just leaves. And then if they uh, if they try to come back near or messing with you, remember choose your therapist's view, even in the moments. What would so and so do in this situation? Then just parrot that exact Krabby Patty formula. That's how you ruin any form of abuse. Now I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Some of y'all living with some psychos right now. But I'm letting y'all know, don't let that discourage you. It's none of your business how psycho someone else is. It's just not none of your business. They want you to take on that problem, but it's not your problem. If I have a mental condition, I have a mental condition. And like I said, if you take on the right subjectivity, I can't put this problem on you because you're not a match. I could tell that, you know, I'm alone. I'm crazy and alone. I can't put this crazy on nobody else right now. It feels much easier where I could abuse somebody. I can't do it right now because this person it seems as though they're not affected by my crazy ass. And so they were brainless with the trust that you awarded them with. Like I said, chosen ones. This season is a new season. It's new flowers. It's everything's brand new. You do not have to step into the season with any fear. You don't have to step into this season with any anxiety, any doubt, any lack thereof. Because God is going to perform miracles for you this season. And He wants you to get this message. He wants you to understand that stop awarding people that are brainless. That's what you've been doing. You haven't even noticed it. It's right under your nose. But you've been awarding brainless people with trust. How dare you? Chosen ones, how dare you award brainless people? You have not even vetted people. You have not even learned and seen. Now you see it because you're dealing with the effects of a brainless human. But you've awarded them with trust way before they ever deserved it. And that's on you. But you can't see that. But see, I want you to stare at that. I don't like when a dog pee on your floor, you push the face into the pee. I want you to stare at it. This is what you did, chosen ones. This is what you did. Don't blame nobody. Just look at what you did long enough to evolve into something else. Force yourself to look at that. Hey, you're right. You're right. I trusted. I gave my trust. I like the word awarded because you gotta view your trust as an award if you want to fix this. Because a lot of people, they tugging on that. They want your trust for no reason. Trust me. Get in my car with me. Drive with me here. Like a Chucky dog. We're friends to the end. Like, that dog would be better thrown out the window. But you see how if you throw the dog out the window, it still pop up back in your house. So something's in the water nowadays. But what I'm saying is that look at your trust as an award. Treat it like that. Treat your trust like an award. Stop treating your trust so low. Because your trust, just because you think that is nothing, don't mean it's nothing. And the narcissist knows that, hey, I could use this person. I could violate this person. This person is not. They think you brainless. This person is not thinking. This person is not aware. It's just like a woman when a woman want to get pregnant by a guy. She's like, I could get around him and I could throw this 9 on him and I could tighten it up. He's so weak that he's just gonna blast off and he gonna have him a little junior running around here. Next thing you know, because they thinking long term. How you let a woman think long term to you? What type of man? All right, but look, what I'm saying is, sometimes us men, we are brainless too. And this isn't saying all women are bad, but I'm saying narcissist is on both sides. Because people award their trust to brainless people every day. It's not just, oh, wear a condom and you'll be, no. It go way deeper than the condom. The condom is a distraction. Because if it's the right woman, it's the right woman. See, a lot of y'all making excuses. If you really know how to pick the right woman, if you really got game, if you really that guy which a lot of y'all lying to yourself even about that. So really, y'all are awarding yourself with trust in that area, and y'all are brainless in that area. Keep it 100 with yourself. It starts with yourself. I got better at game. I haven't always been good at game. I haven't been good at talking to women. I absolutely horrible. I was good enough. But now I understand how much I sucked at it. So now I just room for growth. You can't grow unless you look at how ass you are at something. Um, Survival skills, the same thing. I got better because I went out there, live out of a car. You feel me? I've been through stuff. But it's everything in life is a learning curve. Everything is a lesson. You don't just go through stuff and ignore it. And even if you do that, God gonna bring you to a humble moment where you gotta look at it anyway. So you might as well take life by the horns and start looking at stuff. Yeah, you're right. I should have texted that girl back quicker. That's why she stopped texting me. Talk to yourself. Understand, yeah, you really not that guy. Stop fronting. And then you women too. A lot of the women, I'm not even gonna talk about it. But I'm just saying, people in general, they give their trust away every day. If trust was an award, which it is, you just hand your award over to somebody else every day. And you don't even try to dig in a little deeper and be the best version of yourself. You are aware we live in a matrix, but you still choose not to be Neo. You still choose to ignore Morpheus. You still choose to try to do it on your own. You still choose to think that you know stuff that you could never ever understand with the naked eye. You still try to do it. You understand we live in a matrix and you can't see things that you can't see. You can't know things you can't know that you don't know. Information is not a secret information. So you have to do some work. You have to grow. You have to put in hard work, but you want to be lazy. You want to make excuses. You want to blame somebody. Oh, my ex did this. Oh, my back hurt. Oh, I don't. Oh, my father this and that. Oh, you making these people rich. You making you making these people celebrities, and you giving them uh attention and trust. You're awarding them with all your attention. You're awarding them with all the responsibility that you should take on as a man, as a woman. And right under your nose, you don't even see it. You cracked out on these people. You know what I'm saying? These people ain't nobody. But to you, they everybody. To you, they everybody. You know why? Because you're brainless. But you're chosen. So you know what I'm talking about. But you've been performing under a brainless spell, a spell that made you brainless. Society alone makes you brainless because they do everything for you. You don't have to use your brain. You don't have to develop. Let us do it for you. That is the devil who says such things. And when your father's not around, he's not gonna nip that in the bud. You see what I'm saying? And then a lot of y'all got weak fathers on top of it. And when I say weak, I just mean they strong because they there, they present in your life, but they're weak in the form of they don't know how to let you learn things without them trying to, oh, well, I got to make sure my kids got everything. No, 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 no. That's impossible. That's impossible. Your kids ain't going to have everything. In fact, you're going to make it harder. But stop awarding people with your trust. Stop trusting your mom. Stop trusting your dad. Stop trusting your grandmothers. Stop trusting your grandfather. Stop trusting your uncles and your sisters and your brothers. And Stop trusting everybody for a year, 12 months. 12 months. Boot camp. We don't trust nobody. Because we have to learn to trust ourselves. Society wanted you to not trust yourself the whole time. Be unfamiliar with that guy. You could look in the mirror, but don't question the mirror. Don't think. Don't think. And so just know that you have an addiction to giving over your trophy and awarding them with your trust. And so you never have the room, and you never living out of that place of selfishness. You're never living out of self, out of soul, out of your soul. You don't know what it feels like to be in tune with your soul because you're departed from it. Your soul is here, but all your decisions being made is over here. In this society, your soul has been overlooked. Nobody cares about you being in connection to your soul. So you have to be man enough to force that situation. Some things just don't work without force. Force, the synonym for force is just power. The synonym of force is power. Some things just don't work without power. A lot of things don't work without power. Power is energy. Power is a lot of different things. Let me look at the synonym real quick. This video is pretty much over though. But let me look at the synonym for power real quick before I go. A lot of y'all don't understand power. That's why you get abused. Power is energy. Power is ability. You got a lot of Judases in your life. People who they don't like your ability. They don't like that what you're able to do is a threat. It's annoying. You'll be surprised how many women just annoyed by men having power. Like that's just annoying. I can imagine that how annoying that could be because every time something changes in the world, it's because of man doing something. But that does not give women the right to want to swap places with a man. I mean, I guess I don't want to argue about that. I guess it could give y'all whatever it want to give y'all, right? But privilege. Power is privilege. The synonym for power is privilege. So I guess y'all should be jealous of that. I guess. I mean, the thing I see about life, man, you don't want to get into no gender wars. You don't want to do that. That's like suicide nowadays. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You want to embrace life as is. Oh, every man is getting captured and okay, cool, whatever. That's what a wise man does. Okay, whatever. I'm indifferent to it. Till you come mess with me and then I'm gonna be mad. But you know what I'm saying? I'm even indifferent to that because guess what? Life is life. Like, what you gonna do about that shit? Like, but it's just like only way you keep your power, bro, you gotta be wise. You gotta be wise, man. Keep your power. God started everybody off with some power. A lot of people lost their power. A lot of people lost their energy. Whether due to death, whether due to working a job they hate, their power is just not what it was. And that's fine, but it doesn't have to stay that way. You know what I'm saying? Like I said in the last video, things fluctuate. Everything in life fluctuates. So to be so offended when something don't go in your favor is a weakness in that regard because life fluctuates. Earlier I was mad about something and right now I'm filming videos. Two totally different time zones I'm in. And in the same day, two different time zones. Totally different textures of life. So you got to learn to play with it. It's going to try to play with you, but you just got to learn how to play because life could be very, very difficult. Like riding a rodeo, it just get wild, man. So take advantage of the moments when you got time. Like I say, right now I'm getting in a couple videos. I got time, but when I wake up tomorrow, I may not feel that way. So it's capitalism. Let's look at the word capitalism. I'm sure it means to capitalize. Uh, Industrialism, they call it the industry. Balance of trade is really that. Self-regulating market. Individualism. That's what's wrong with people. They don't lean into their individuality because that's the only way you can even get the time to do the things you want to do in life. Because everybody's schedule is individualistic. Even men in jail can have a schedule. You're just in jail, but you still can have a schedule because you're an individual, and no one could take that from you. They could mess with it. They could change things and whatever, but they can't take away individualism because it's a choice of an adult. You can do what you want to do. It's just your choice. Uh, and when you live on that choice that you have right there, it's business. This is what they call open market. Was business synonym for business? It's a trade. It's work. It's company. It's affair. You know, I I, I like these words. Duty. You know, I understand it now. I understand certain things I could not see before. Shout out to the synonym app. It allows me to have vision. Put words to the thing I could see. Like, man, a lot of people, they just don't work. I never like to work. I ain't gonna lie. I like to get off of work. I don't like to go into work. I don't like to be in the environments. But doing YouTube is a work that I could stay in my own. I could be a nomad. I could work from home because I get to set the environment. Hey, I gotta have a whole snake plant right here. I got 10 plants around me absorbing so much good oxygen and just eating mad fruits all day and just chilling like a hippie and be making thousands of dollars. I'm cool with that. That sound like a good trade. That sound like a good trade. So I don't know, man. So, but hey, um, find out what y'all like to do. Find out what y'all like to do because they were brainless with the trust you awarded them with. So why did you trust them? That's what you gotta ask. Why did I trust anybody? Not just them, but anybody. It's because you don't work. Uh, if you think about it, like I'm blessed to be able to see two sides of the coin. Growing up, there was no internet money. There was no money being made on no internet. There was, certain little programs and stuff like that, but I lived 50% or I don't want to say 50, but like a portion of my life in the world where we had to go out the crib and work, and I'm still alive to see the part where we can actually we have a lot of range nowadays. You know what I'm saying? We have more things. You could get rich off Instagram. You could get rich, So finding out what you like to do and then applying that takes the trust out of whoever you leaning on somebody. Like whenever you talk about these narcissistic situations, it's because you leaning on somebody. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, you leaning on somebody. Otherwise, who can come out their house and just come and abuse you and just mess with you like every day and come find you and mess with like people can do that, certain family members, but if they know you working, they're not going to do that if they know you working. Because working is that middle ground that makes you a true man. You know what I'm saying? Sitting around gossiping, arguing makes you half of a man. You know what I'm saying? You still a man, but you got some holes in your personality. You got some holes in there, You're not an alpha because an alpha is selfish. He about himself. He's working. or alpha woman even, they about they self. Most women that be alpha women be leaders at their job, bosses. It's the job that make them give them even that confidence. It's the way they carry themselves. But they only carry themselves that way because they professionalism. You know what I'm saying? It's professionalism. So don't get confused, man. When y'all see these women out here who bossy and stuff like that, don't think that they just, you know what I'm saying? Don't take that offensively. Just know, like, she might be bossed up. You know what I'm saying? She got boss energy because even a woman that played basketball, that's the leader of the team. She the leader of the team. You know what I'm saying? That breeds confidence. Like, it just does. So you could be mad all day, but what you gonna do about that? I mean, you a hater at that point. You kind of hating. You focusing on her more than she focusing on you. So it just, you know, I'm just trying to show y'all the interworkings of society. Like, you got to make it connect. You got to show the connections. Otherwise, people don't learn that from your videos. You got to show them the miscue. Where did you misstep? Because it's one of these steps. It's one of these steps. And like I said, I used to work at many places, warehouses, and I used to do mad stuff. And like I said, I never had quite enough independence to maintain those jobs because my mom would be bringing me back and forth or stuff like that. And a lot of people say, man, you blessed for that. You know, I wish I had that. No, you don't. Because the more you do things on your own, the more it's hard for you to, it seems like the more you get babied, the more chance of messing up there is because people doing stuff for you. Anywhere where you find people doing stuff for you, look, look, the thing that made uh, people back in the day so powerful as men is because nobody would do nothing for them. They would make people do stuff for them. That's two different things. If you got people in your life who telling you like, let me do this for you. Why won't you let me do this? Like, that's a problem, bro. Because you have to have nuts as a man. And so you have to be a bully kind of in your own respect. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a man at the end of the day. So, I mean, even women. A lot of women nowadays, like I said, they got that boss energy. They boss up in situations. And so you got to worship yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to obey yourself. If something don't feel right, obey the feeling. It don't feel right. If it's something I could do on my own and I don't want nobody to do it for me, I have a duty to stand by what I feel in the situation. Now, I want to say this too. Life is devious. Don't think it's not. Don't think life is soft. It's not. It's devious. Meaning sometimes you don't even gotta be looking for trouble, but it's just gonna seek you out by nature. There's nothing you could do about it. And so I also want to say that to go back on what I said, it could have been a blessing, right? That I was being, protected somehow divinely by the situations I was in. But today, at the age I am, uh, it's not always gonna be like that. Growth is mandatory. You know what I'm saying? Growth is mandatory. So I mean, we could go on a whole spiritual tangent at that point, but I'm not gonna go there because this whole video is not about that right now. But the video is more so about thank God for it. Even the struggles in your life, even the things you think, oh man, I was baby, da 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 da. I don't really feel like that a lot. Like sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm pretty much blessed. Like if I'm not unthankful for what my life. Like, nah, my life is cool. I haven't embraced it the way I could have. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to do that now. But um, that's what this is all about. All of this lifestyle stuff, life, is just about taking advantage of what you got. Take advantage of what you got. Because other people will be brainless with the trust that you award them with. They will. They just will. Men and women, they both lie. Both capable of lying, cheating, stealing. How much independence can one human gain? That's the question. We got. How much of it do I need? How much of it can I gain? What is independence really? What is it for the black man? What is independent? What does it look like? Who's the most independent black man on the earth? Who are these people? What do they do? How does it feel? I just met a friend on the app Bumble, and he was a nomad. So he makes his money driving around. I love nomadic stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not just gonna like say that he's my buddy now just because he do that, but I'm more prone to like respecting him more just because it's like, yo, like I'm not in the world of using people. I don't really I don't try to use people, but we got to use each other. But that goes against what I'm saying because if someone is really independent, they tend to like say "f you." You know what I'm saying? I don't need you. Uh, they nice, they'll be nice, but if they ever feel like you're trying to force a relationship, like famous people almost, it kind of repel. It's because it goes against what makes them happy to be. See, being alone and independent, it breeds an air of self-esteem. Like being alone is a beautiful thing. If y'all haven't noticed, it can be scary and annoying at times. It can be very liberating to be alone, away from creatures. And so when someone try to come around using you, hey, I know what you do. You do entrepreneur. I want to be an entrepreneur. Let's do this together. It can be very overbearing and smothering, and I can understand that. So with someone who's an entrepreneur type of person, I would probably slow the relationship down even more than they're slowing it down, and allow them to kind of seek out in me value, because that type of person is a liberated person. Uh, and so you would want them to kind of see value in me, you know. And that's just some game for the social life people who follow me and stuff like that. Like, you gotta have balance and you gotta have eyesight, because this friend ain't that friend. The other friend might be thirsty to meet somebody new, might be thirsty to get some followers, get their stuff together. That might be somebody you could easily link up with. But somebody else who got their life together, who is already got everything established, they might not be so quick to want to link up with you. So you don't want to play that too thirsty. You want to play that more laid back and cool and poised, and just give good emotions, and just talk to them and make them feel good emotions, and show them why they should choose you, mess with you, be your friend, and stuff like that. So I'm about to end this video on that note, man. 30 minutes, 33. Shout out to the number 33. But I'm gonna see you on the next video, man. I'm gone, man. Peace.